a room about rules, except for the rules you have to follow. Other than the rules you have to follow, there are no rules. Rules be damned, except for the rules that have to stay in place to keep law and order and everything running efficiently. Other than that, F you, rules. Rules, think you're so great. Like if Rob were a rule, I'd go up to you and go, F you, rule.
You've been thinking I was a rule then for several years now. That explains so much.
You're not a... Oh. The whole time I thought, my bad. Egg on my face.
I'm a human being.
This is the time for you to let go and let love. This is the time that you embrace the very thing that gives you power in your belly. Your raison d'etre. Supernatural. The show that has been on the air longer than a good portion of you have been alive. It started out as a black and white silent movie, and now here, 43 years later, it's in brilliant color, HD. Jared and Jensen, who both sport, and I mean this when I say it, the best hair pieces in the business. They went bald around season 6, but you wouldn't know it. In fact, we're contractually obligated not to tell you about it, but I just did.
It's amazing. You can tell they've aged a little bit. You look at the early episodes, and they're, Jared is in, his, what do you call them?
Knee pants?
His knee pants.
Yeah.
And, but their hair has gotten younger. Jared's got that long, flowing, like My Little Pony.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They did. I mean, you know what? It's what happens. They are gifted actors on a popular show that is Satan-centric. Somehow that pact with the ruler of the underlord has kept them young-looking. Note to self. Do more evil things. This is so exciting! You guys finally get to be in the same room with the legends! Jared, Jensen, and even Misha Collins. Unbelievable, Robbo. You're doing all this as a fantasy come true. You've been dreaming about this, saving, skipping work, skipping school, and here you are to savor the experience of being a part of a supernatural convention. So exciting. Sent shivers down my spine, Bobo.
It's real exciting.
Real exciting. Remember our first time? 1986.
Yep.
The convention started.
Never forget it. Reagan was in office.
Good times.
Good times.
Tear down that wall. And here are Jared and Jensen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not your normal convention. If you're just joining us for a convention, you've never been to a convention, our goal is to ruin every other convention for you. For you to go to another convention and go, oh, this one actually sucks. Supernatural does it way better. Supernatural does it way cooler. They're way more entertaining. They wear way more pancake makeup to hide their crow's feet. They are way more entertaining. Part of the reason why we're more entertaining is that we don't just stand up here and talk. We create a rock and roll score extravaganza upon which the entertainment is set out like chess pieces on the stage, and you get to watch and listen and experience the whole thing. That's right. We don't just stand here. We also do it to music provided by Los Angeles indie sensation Loud and Swain over here to my left. Let's say good morning to the boys in the musical ensemble. On the drums, kicking it old school, Stephen Norton. On the bass guitar, representing a level of technology that has Elon Musk scratching his head and saying, how do they do it? It's Robot Michael Borja. In cars. I like it. And playing the guitar is a man who does not give a shit about your personal safety. A man who cares not for your choices in life. Does not care. The word commitment means nothing to him. In his deep, raspy, angry voice, he says often, more times than I care to count, relationships are meant to be destroyed. Ladies and gentlemen, he came here to break your heart, and he will do so. The six-string satanic lord of our stage, Mr. Billy Moran! I give all of myself to you! Ah! Don't! I beg you! Oh, crap! And leading this ensemble, lyricist, poet, singer, actor, comic, flautist, bonus, and occasional photographer, Bob Benedict!
He's the one who likes all our pretty songs, and he likes to sing along, and he likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it means. Don't know what it means, and I say he's the one who likes all our pretty songs, and he likes to sing along, and he likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it means. Don't know what it means, and I say
yes! Absolutely! Ladies and gentlemen, I can stand out here and keep talking, but what's the point of that when we could get this show started? There's no better way to start a Saturday than with this next guest, but he ain't coming out until you do what I tell you to do, and that is right now, you repeat with me, the angriest, angriest, angriest yell you can. On the count of 3, join me in saying, all hail Satan. 1, 2, 3, all hail Satan! Running with the devil! Running with the devil! Hello, Seattle! Yeah!
Loud and Swain.
Loud and Swain.
Love the boys in the band.
Right, you know, I don't want to, Robbie, you know, I leave the band alone. You guys are trained professionals. I would never. But it seems to me like when we're bringing Mark on stage, we might need to adjust the lyrics a little. They don't seem on point.
right.
Because we're not running. Maybe it should be standing adjacent to the devil.
That makes sense.
You know,
That's a great.
I mean, we'll just.
We'll workshop it.
Workshop it backstage.
I like the standing adjacent to the devil
Yeah.
as opposed to just next to.
Well, he's not next to you. Now, if Rob were to move over, then we could change the lyrics to
Right.
standing next to the devil or slightly behind the devil.
Slightly behind the devil. That works.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
got a nice rhythm.
Yeah.
Devil drinking Starbucks.
I bet it's got milk. Yeah.
Devil's got this skinny soy mocha.
I can say I have this
with whip.
I've known Mark Pellegrino for a long time.
Oh,
and
here
I
we
think
go.
He was a very, very tough, focused, I don't know, alpha male extraordinaire. Wouldn't you say, Robbie? It's Mark Pellegrino. I mean, is there any other way?
I've been afraid of him for years.
Exactly. I'm scared of the devil.
No, but I really
Unless he
am.
has a skinny soy mocha.
Bobo shits his trousers.
No, he's a wonderful human being.
Yes.
But
I just say
tall, powerful person.
handsome, but it certainly. I'm not going to say yes. All those things are true, but certainly listening to you put in your coffee order sort of
I should have
softens you up.
I should have never called your attention to that.
Well, you did. He specifically also, Mark. In my defense, you stopped everybody.
I did.
And you go, just so you know, you can judge a man by the coffee he orders. And then as we all sat there watching him, he turned, he's like, I'd like a half calf, double calf, light whip, with just a skosh, and I'd like it to be made by a man named Carl. And if he's right-handed, I'm going to pass. But if he's left-handed, go ahead and give me a little whip on the top. And how about some cinnamon? I'm feeling crazy. And I'm like, that's your coffee
Did it
order?
like that?
Yeah. So it changed. I'm just saying. You know what? I think I may like you more because you're a man.
Complicated.
You're a complicated man.
Okay.
You're in these troubled times. It's important to have an alpha male who's not afraid to publicly order a ridiculous coffee. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
Mark Pellegrino.
Bye, guys. I am not afraid to publicly order a ridiculous coffee. That's going to be the title of my biography. How are you doing, guys? You guys having a good time so far? Ooh, you wait. It's going to get better. I tell you, it's going to get better. Wait till tonight. Saturday Night Special rocks. How many of you guys have seen the Saturday Night Special before? All right. Well, you'll still be surprised. It's always awesome. It's always something new. So do we do a Q&A today? You guys want to know things about the show? Because I do know how it ends this season. What's that? They will. And I'm going to answer. Like I always do. Is this the line? This is where... Okay, good. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. I feel like really pressured because I'm the first question. Anyway,
It better be good.
I mean, it depends on who you ask. So now that we've
So now you just threw the pressure on me. If you were asking Spate this, it would be good. Asking Pellegrino, I don't know.
well, I mean, we all love you. Like, you make Satan like a very empathetic character.
Really?
Yeah. No,
Thank you.
I was. My mom's super Christian, and the other day, I was like, oh my God, like I love Satan. I can't wait for him to come back, and my mom wasn't too happy about that.
What happened? Tell us more. What happened?
I mean, she just kind of gave me this look, and she was like, you better not be loving Satan, like, and after I explained it, she was like, okay, I guess I kind of get it, but you're a weird child.
Weird is good. Weird is good. I'm all for weird. So wait a minute. Does your mom watch the show?
No, she thinks that it's like devil worship, but my dad, who's in the audience back there, he drove us here, and I got him hooked on the show just by one episode, so we've been binge watching it. But
Go, Dad.
yeah.
Now, does this sow any rift between you guys and your mom? Is there like Team Satan, and then she's
I mean,
she's like, get thee behind me?
well, whenever we watch the episode, she's like, okay, I'm going to leave the room and let you guys do your thing. Just come back when you're done. Like, let me come back when, let me know when you're done.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah. But she says that she doesn't judge us, but I think she low-key judges us a lot.
I think she low-key judges us. I love it. Does she watch any possession movies at all?
It's funny because she watches The Grimm. I don't know if anyone's heard of that show, The Grimm. Yeah. So she's a big fan of The Grimm, and I guess it's like pretty much the same thing.
Is it?
Well,
I mean, monsters, fairy tales. It seems.
Yeah, like pretty much the same like kind of universe stuff.
Right.
And she watches Twilight, but.
So, like, they're monsters, but they're sort of secular monsters in a way, right? So you can get away with it. But correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you know this, or if any of you knows this. Didn't The Exorcist convert more people to Christianity than even Billy Graham? I've heard this. I've had questions before where people said, Mark, now that you've been playing the devil, have you noticed any bad things happening to you? I said, I haven't, actually. Why do you ask? Well, on The Exorcist, people died. The set burnt down. I said, huh. Well, it seems like if there is a devil, there's a God, right? And so by virtue of association, I'm proving the existence of God. Aren't I doing God's work? By being Lucifer? Because if there's no Lucifer, there's no God.
Funny story, yesterday my dad was in the aisle, and when Rob went down, he touched my dad's hand, and my dad came out, and he was like, I'm never watching this hand again. God touched my hand. And, yeah, so.
That's what he says now. Wait for a month.
Okay.
So I know you had a question.
Yeah. So now that we've established that there's an alternate universe, and sadly you were, I'm guessing, killed by the way Michael was talking, what happened?
Wait, where are you?
Like the alternate universe.
Okay.
Like they got. The,
and the
Yeah.
alternate universe Lucifer was killed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not you.
Right. I got confused. Sorry. It often happens. Go ahead.
So what I was wondering is, it's kind of a two-parter. One, do you think that Lucifer ever possessed Nick in that alternate universe? And if not, like, what do you think Nick would be doing? Would he be dead? Would he have his family?
Aw.
Like, yeah.
Poor Nick. We forget that there's a Nick in this equation.
See, I tweeted you, I think it was back in, like, September or something, because my friend was having the debate, like, if Nick went to the Vale or heaven or hell. And yeah.
I remember that. I spend a little too much time on Twitter. Is there such a thing as Twitter's Anonymous? Because I really think I need to go to that group.
I think Misha needs to go to that group, too.
Does he? Yeah, but I don't think he generates the same hate I do. Like, I get the hate. Like, for thinking differently. I do. Well, people make presumptions that because you think differently, you must be evil. It doesn't help that I'm Lucifer. But, and it's easy for them to think that. I mean, they forget that, you want good things for people, too. You just have a different approach. But anyway, I do think I need the Twitter Anonymous because it sort of does interfere with the more valuable things you have to do. Like I have to write philosophy papers. I do philosophy classes and I have to write a script, 2 scripts. I've got things to do. I can't be arguing with people on Twitter when I know I'm not going to convince them, and they're not going to convince. Well, some people convince me actually, but I it's just too intractable. What is it? They say an immovable force meeting a, what is that? What is immovable object? What is it? An unstoppable force meeting an immovable. That's what Twitter is. I think Lucifer did not possess Nick, and I think maybe Nick would have lived happily ever after had not Michael been a evil bastard and decided to take over the alternate universe.
So do you think that they're just like kind of living in their own little?
I think they were killed in the apocalypse.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Poor Nick. He always gets the short end of the stick.
He does, man. Poor Nick. But I don't think he had the stuff. Do you think? I mean, have you ever taken those quizzes online? Like, how long would you survive in a zombie apocalypse? The first time I took it, I cheated. I took it twice. First time I took it, I survived like 3 weeks. Like, fuck that. What? So then I took it again, and I survived the whole thing. So I know where I went wrong. But I think Nick is one of those guys that would survive the apocalypse for about 3 weeks.
Well, I think his daddy bear would probably come out like when he saw that his child.
That's
was
what I
in
mean.
danger. But
Like, I think what I did right on my second quiz was I said, if you're getting eaten, I'm going that way. And that's how you survive the zombie apocalypse. And I think Nick would go towards the mayhem to try to save his wife and kid, and he wouldn't last.
Yeah, he
Right?
seemed like that kind of character.
And he doesn't have the skills like of a Bobby Singer or a Sam and Dean to be able to do that and pull it off. So yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
He died. The whole family died. Terrible death. I think they went to a resistance camp and they were taken prisoner by the angels and tortured and killed.
Okay, well now I'm sad.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Do you have an alternative narrative?
Huh?
Do you have another story? Tell me
What?
tell me the other story. Tell me how it works out for Nick in the alternative universe.
I mean, it's an alternative universe, so I'm guessing that because Michael seems to be kind of a dick in that universe.
Yeah.
I mean, he was kind of a dick in the regular universe, but he had like a sweeter approach, whereas the other Michael just, no, screw you.
Full dick.
Yeah, full dick.
So we had the partial dick approach, he's gone full dick.
Well, I think Matt Cohen helped.
Never
with the
go
whole
full
sweet
dick,
thing.
guys. Never go full dick.
But it's like it seems that.
Hold on a second. If there are any kids in the audience, earmuffs, please. I think the last time I did one of these things, I channeled a little Sebastian Roche. For any of you who have seen a Sebastian Roche panel, I had the experience of actually standing on stage with Sebastian Roche and doing a co-panel with him. I don't think I said a single word during the entire panel, and I blushed at least 4 times, and it's hard to make me blush. Anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I kind of have to wrap it up because I'm taking.
What?
I'm sorry.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm taking too much time with everybody. All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll talk later about the alternate universe. The applause was so tepid. What's up?
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad.
I'm Delia, by the way.
What's that?
I'm Delia, by the way.
Hey, Delia. I'm Mark.
I go to a private Catholic school, so I can totally relate to the don't talk about supernatural at
Really?
all.
Do you have nuns in your school?
No, but I have a guy that I'm pretty sure if he didn't he wanted to be a
A nun?
monk.
Oh, a monk.
So
So you have brothers or you have priests?
we don't
or-
have, we have a deacon sometimes, but they kind of just left us, and everyone is all obey by these rules or you're probably going to go to hell. So, and I'm just like, I kind of want to go to hell because it seems nice, but
This is what's known as a free thinker, guys. I'm all for that. I wish I had your courage when I was your age. I went to a Catholic school in high school, right? And look at me. And I think I was, I just didn't have that kind of independence when I was your age. It took a while for me, but congratulations. So, what's up?
nothing much except day 2. My question was, how do you think Lucifer feels about taking a different vessel than Nick? Because he seems to really like Nick, and if Nick was somewhere in the cosmos conscious, how would he feel about it?
I think Lucifer wants to stay in Nick forever. I think Lucifer wouldn't mind staying in Nick for 16 seasons. I don't know how Nick feels about that. But I remember when Lucifer first possessed Nick, she said, because it was his wife, I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to be very unpleasant for you. So I imagine he doesn't feel too good about it once it's happening to him. But at this point, since he's a rebuilt vessel, I think it doesn't matter. Not quite the same.
Or maybe Nick already died and his soul went to heaven, so
You
it's
think?
now just an empty vessel.
So do you think that it's possible for a soul to go to heaven that accepts Lucifer?
Lucifer is technically an angel, and if since Adam was Molotoved I can't think of...
I don't remember that in the Genesis story.
Michael.
Oh.
Michael was Molotoved, so you could think that Adam went to heaven before Michael and Lucifer were thrown back into hell. So maybe it could have happened for Nick because, sorry, you die a lot.
I don't know. I would like to think if there is a God that he's loving enough to embrace us all, regardless of the mistakes we make down here. And I think accepting Lucifer is a big mistake. It's part of a plan, right? Doesn't God have this sort of already figured out?
Technically,
how can you condemn?
Technically, Sam accepted Lucifer, and so did Cass.
Well, there you go. But they did it for the greater good, right? Cass did it for the greater good because he thought he was going to help people.
I think so did Nick.
No, Nick was mad. No, Nick was like, nah, the world sucks, everybody sucks, I'm pissed off, you're going to get even with God, and so I'll let you in for that. So that's different, I think. When Cass said yes, it was like, maybe I can save the world from the big bad, right? Which was Amara at the time, right? Different motivations. I think intentions are everything. No, Nick's going to hell.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
It's funny to hear all that stuff because me and my mom are both Christians and we love the show, and she's actually right over there. So whenever we say we love Lucifer and he's so misunderstood, we kind of get weird looks.
Aw. I agree with you that the archetypal Lucifer is probably misunderstood. I do hold that point of view, and Christians in the audience are like, "This guy fucking, you kidding me?" My boxing coach used to get on me for that because he's a pretty intense Christian. He'd be like, "You play the devil, damn it! Get out of here!" But I think Lucifer in Supernatural is not maybe misunderstood. Maybe he is sort of impish and mean-spirited. But I think, your experiences can sort of twist you, yeah? And being alienated and shut out from the universe can make you mad and resentful, right? Cause you to act out until you get attention from the people that matter, like Dad, who still doesn't pay attention to you. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Right.
Go ahead.
So my question is, now that you have a son on the show, does a part of Lucifer feel any kind of paternal love for this person, or is it just a power play for him to get him under his control?
Yes.
I'll take it.
No, I do think it's a complicated thing. I think it's both. I think Lucifer does honestly feel a desire to connect with his son. I think he is enamored of power and wants to. I know. Oh, poor buddy. Bye, buddy. I know. I have that effect on kids. I think he's also enamored of power and wants to, be top dog and use his kid for his own purposes as well. But I think he does long for a connection. I think. What do you think?
I think a part of him, somewhere deep down, but it might be a little bit askew. So, I feel like he does.
Yeah, I
Deep
agree.
down.
I agree. He's a neurotic, though. Lucifer's a little neurotic, I think. Don't you? A little? Yeah, wanting to hurt people is sort of a neurotic impulse. So it's hard for him to love normally, or do anything normally. So everything he's going to feel is going to be sort of a complex mix of noble and bad things. What's up?
Good morning,
Good to
Mark.
see you again.
Yes. Now that your brain's probably working a little better, my question for you is early morning.
Have you been watching the last 15 minutes?
Yeah. Who would be your round table of philosophers?
What was that? Heavy question. I think I would love to see Aristotle. I think Aristotle brought into modern day would be amazing. The integrations he made, 2,000 years ago were phenomenal. I mean, that's what started the Age of Reason and the Enlightenment, or his basic principles of reason and the material universe. So I'd love to see him. I'd love to see Rand. I'd love to see Isaac Newton, even though he's some more scientist than philosopher. I think Einstein. I'd love to have him there. Like a little Thomas Jefferson action. Who else? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty big. Then, who'd you like? Who would you like around?
I would definitely Thomas Jefferson, just because of the historical aspect of it, with starting of the country and their take on what they really thought when writing the Declaration of Independence and all that stuff.
Right.
And I did read a book once. It was Buddha, Conversation with Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
That was fun.
There's kind of a cool fiction book by Gore Vidal. Have you guys ever heard of Gore Vidal? I like his historical fiction quite a bit, and he wrote a book that's very interesting, sort of topical like this, called Creation. Have you guys ever read Creation? Anybody here? Yeah, it's about a Persian diplomat during the golden age of Greece, who has these various conversations with some of the greatest people in the golden age of Greece, and with Buddha, because he travels up into Asia, and it's actually quite good, and they grapple with the issues of the universe while Persia and Greece are grappling with each other, and it's a very vivid book. I recommend it to anybody who's sort of interested in ideas and history and wants to see history painted in a narrative that brings it to life. I think that's a really good book. Gore Vidal, Creation. Check that out.
Thank you.
Oh, I'd like Abraham Lincoln to be there, too. I love him. Lightweights. They're all lightweights.
Hey.
What's up?
Hello.
How are you?
We were talking about religious people reacting to supernatural. Well, I'm from Israel. People there will throw rocks at you if they see you wear a cross. You can imagine their reactions to the symbols I draw on my notebooks. It's cool. I'm pretty sure my Old Testament teacher is afraid of me.
Really?
Pretty sure she thinks I'm a Satanist. So, I mean, look, it's Satan. Can you blame me?
So literally the font, pretty much, of the three world religions is intolerant of Christian symbols?
No. It's just like if you see really religious Jewish people,
Right.
which are, there are a lot of them in my city. So.
Sure. What city? What city?
You won't know it. It's called Carmiel. People
Carmiel.
in Israel don't actually know where it is.
Yeah,
so.
where is it? Give me a main city that it's near.
Haifa?
Oh, Haifa, so it's up north.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like half an hour from Haifa.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so my question is, do you think that Lucifer would ever get a happy ending, and what would this happy ending be? Oh, no.
Did your
I did
minds
not
go
mean
there
it
too?
Like that. Oh, my God.
You guys are dirty. Wow, this is the crowd that we're playing to. You know, filthy minds aside, yeah, I'd like him to have something good happen to him. It seems like he's always getting caged up and beaten up and disrespected and shackled and beaten down, and it's like no wonder the guy's pissed off at the world. I'd like to see him win.
What would be a win for him, though? Conquer the world, or just like a house in the suburbs?
Yeah, I think for. I think a house in the suburbs is a good start. I think for him to experience love and reciprocity. I mean, I think that started to happen with Sister Joe a little bit. He started to connect with feelings, and it made him very uncomfortable. And he was vulnerable because he was close to being a human, and he shunned that. But that's natural for somebody who experiences negativity on such a high level all the time from everyone. I mean, that's going to generate defensiveness, right? Yeah. So I'd like him to let those walls down for a little bit. I don't know if he can, right? Is there a time at which you reach a point of no return? Do you think there's always the potential for change? I mean, if you're highly abused or put upon your whole life, do you think there's, as long as you're alive, there is that possibility that you can turn everything around, even though you have an accumulation of an experience that makes you cynical? Well, you guys have good. I like that. I'm with you guys in that world. I'm sort of optimistic and think, hey, man, there's always hope, right? As long as you're still kicking, still breathing, still have some capacity, you can change what's in your life, and you can even fake it, right? Because you get programmed by your experience to just sort of innately feel certain things. Sometimes you have to go just deliberately against that. in order to start making changes. And maybe Lucifer will do that. I don't know. I hope so. But I think that's maybe that's my vanity. Maybe it's like I want him to have redemption, and maybe that's just my rebelliousness. You know, I tend to be the contrarian. I like going against the grain, and if a lot of people believe this, I'll be, yeah, what about this? And Lucifer's that. Yeah, what about this? What do you think of this? And I like to see people who stand against the grain win sometimes, and right? And be happy. I'd like Lucifer to be happy. Do you think he deserves happiness? Really? I'll tell you something. Sam and Dean have no sympathy for Lucifer. Ever. Huh? What? What? Do you think they've earned it? I mean, when you start off antagonistically towards somebody, you're going to make them defensive, right? It's their fault. I like Sam's argument, though, through the whole... there's been sort of a dynamic this season of nature and nurture. What makes a person who they are? Isn't that kind of a cool debate to have? And it's been sort of running through this series this year. And Jack is sort of that, well, let's see if nature or nurture wins out. But with Lucifer, there doesn't seem to be any of that Sam thoughtfulness. Like, yeah, maybe if we treat Lucifer well, he's going to come around. Maybe if we open up, make ourselves vulnerable, and love him, he'll see that he doesn't have to be who he thinks he is. Sam is not practicing what he's preaching, is what I'm trying to say. He pulls Dean. He becomes Dean whenever he's around Lucifer and just treats Lucifer like ass. I'm not trying to possess him anymore. I found the vessel. The new and improved vessel. That was my reference to Crowley, in case you couldn't catch that. Yes, I was. And I'm very happy about that. He did. Yes, they were, weren't they? No, but they gave him grudging respect after a while. They liked him. What the hell's wrong with me? Crowley's worse. No. What? I'm forgetting my own storylines. I'm not possessed. I did try to possess him? Oh. Well, that was like season 11. Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
She punched me in the face. I was falling. I grabbed onto her for support. She fell through the portal with me. Maybe she shouldn't have punched me with the Nokian brass knuckles. I'm just saying. Does Lucifer ever get a break? He didn't deserve one. I just heard that over there. Oh, I'm getting palpitations. I need another question.
Yes.
Okay.
So, since the whole relationship between Lucifer and Gabriel's back in hell and not in good shape, how would you think Lucifer react to how he's been treated in hell?
I mean, look, right here. How I've been treated, how Lucifer, how I've been treated.
Gabriel's been treated in hell.
See, look, that's not, I'm not the character. I'm just, I just have a habit from acting class where I always address the character not in the third person or not as objectified, but as myself. And I always encourage actors to do that. Except later on, when the show's way over, you can say he does this, he does that, because you're distant from it. You can analyze it a little bit better. So when I say I don't mean me literally as Lucifer. Yes, I do. What am I saying? Stop trying to justify your madness. What? No, I don't want. No, it's right here. What was your question again? Oh, how was he treated? How would he?
How would Lucifer react to how Gabriel was treated?
Oh. Look. Gabriel tried to kill me. Because he tried to kill me! Wow, you guys context drop all the time. Have you noticed that? Can we have context? Context is truth. You killed Gabriel. He tried to kill me. It was self-defense. I was upset about it because he was my kid brother. Now that he's getting tortured by Asmodeus, it's kind of okay. He has his mouth sewn shut. That's good. He talks too much. Why am I serious about this right now? I am not going to let you drop the context with Lucifer. I am not going to do it. I'm sweating right now. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Go ahead.
So instead of being like super on topic,
Yes.
I want to know, as a Doxy owner,
Oh.
yes, as a fellow Doxy owner,
Oh.
what is your favorite trait of Doxies?
Oh my God. First of all, guys, I brought them.
Oh, can I see? I'll show you pictures of my babies if I can see yours.
I will. Now, I was going to bring them to this, but I'm bringing them after the break because there were too many people in the car, and I just wanted to, not hassle them with my guys. Well, I don't know if these are particularly Doxy traits, but my dog Frankie, who's my best friend in the world, talks.
Yes.
He doesn't bark like, he actually talks through his bark. And I could show you something, but it's, no, I have a little videotape of him really upset that his friend Johnny wouldn't play with him.
Oh.
And I'll try to find it. I don't know if you guys can see it from where you are, but you may be able to.
You can always tweet it.
I think I did. I think I put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think I did put it on Instagram. Did anybody see it? Right? Did you hear him talking? He's like, oh, really? You have a wolf? What's it a hybrid with? Oh, that's beautiful. Is he high-strung? 2-month-old wolf. Scary. So he's like, all right! Lucifer is a little emotionally immature. I will say that. A little emotionally immature. Hey, when something happens to you a long time ago, you tend to get stuck in that place. He was stuck there. And it's not like an angel has a lot of, can integrate with a lot of people and get a wide variety of experience. It's just God and other angels. And the one time he did integrate with humans, it didn't go so well, but I'm just saying, he has a limited experience. He's kind of virginal. Give him a break. Hold on a second. Are you guys implying something was up with Joe and Lucifer? Oh, that's right. Well, because it was a different vessel, I didn't think about it. I forget my own storylines. Thank you. Hey, man.
Hey, Satan.
What's up?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So, obviously, going into the role of Lucifer, it's kind of implied that it's going to be evil. Were there any times when you were analyzing your script where you were like, damn, Lucy, that's cold?
No. I'm so ashamed to admit that. No, I kind of, as an actor, you have to empathize with the character that you're playing. So you have to justify what they're doing in your own mind. Otherwise, you play a caricature of something. So I sort of have worked out a whole roadmap of why it's appropriate to hurt people. No, there are times when I am a little disappointed in Lucifer. Like if I read something and I'm like, please don't be manipulating them for, oh, okay, he is. You know, I want it to be, I think it's my vanity. You know, it's me not letting go of wanting to be sympathetic as opposed to just, you know, playing the part. You know, and that's a flaw. So, yeah, I mean, killing an entire village, that's not really cool. And the various and sundry things that he's done, not very cool. But he's the devil. I remember when I beat the hell out of Sam and Dean. That was so great. In the cage, when I beat them up so hard, people were tweeting me, you know, like mad, really mad that I did that, that I hit Misha. That was the big thing. That I hit Misha. It's okay if I'm beating up Sandy. Misha. And I said, I'm the devil. What do you expect? He breaks things. What? I do. Okay? I do. I want him to be redeemed. Hey.
Hi, how are you doing?
Cool outfit.
Oh, thank you very much. So my question kind of has to do with my work. I've got 2 jobs. I teach martial arts.
Cool.
And I'm also a Starbucks barista, so I kind of appreciate the whole cup thing there.
Thank you.
So my question for you has to do with Starbucks. So what do you think would be Lucifer's drink? Not the skinny mocha light whip.
It's the skinny decaffeinated soy mocha with whip.
Decaf or half
because
calf?
of the contradiction, you know, soy. And every time I order it at Starbucks, I say soy mocha with whip. Without whip? With whip. That's without whip. No, with whip. The fuck? I like the taste of the soy, but I want the whip too. Without whip. No!
We're supposed to make sure we don't do whipped cream on any.
I know, that's true.
We don't want to kill people.
I get it. I get that. I get that totally. Stop it. No, and then in Vancouver, where we filmed Supernatural, I said, yeah, I'd like a skinny soy mocha. We don't have skinny. I'm sorry? They don't have the sugar-free mocha. So anyway, so they can't even fulfill Lucifer's coffee order.
I'm so glad you're on stage talking about the real problems that plague our society.
I aim to please, my friend. I aim to please.
I'm just curious because I left. We were talking about your coffee. I returned. We were talking about your coffee. Have you talked about anything other than your coffee?
No. This is good. This is good storytelling, right?
Okay.
Narrative starts with an image and then ends with a similar image, and it brings you around full circle. I think that's great. Yeah,
I do too. I think it's great.
We solved the problems of the world here,
and then came back to coffee.
Yeah, it came back to coffee in the end by accident.
Well, I just am so furious that Vancouver doesn't have the skinny whatever crap you like.
should be.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to that
There's
that
things
city.
to get upset about in the world. That's one of them.
That's one of them.
It's legitimate.
Well, that province has some explaining to do. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 words. All hail North All right, Pellegrino.
Running with the devil. Latte with the devil.
It is, as far as I'm concerned, the new lyrics are latte with the devil.
Latte with the devil. Soy latte with the devil.
Dairy whip with my soy milk because I'm difficult. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to bring out this next panel of people.
Are you going to remember everybody?
Nope. I'm not going to remember it. Yes, of course I am. I'm very excited to have them out here. Ladies and gentlemen, the next four women do not find Rob and me attractive. It's Kim Rose, Lisa Bear, Ruth Connell, and Elena Hoffman.
Just the four of us.
There's four.
We can make it if we try. Just the four of us.
All four.
You and I. Just the four of us.
Quattro.
Building castles in the sky. Just the four of us.
In your castle.
You and I.